Right, so I'm getting really tired of playing the macro game. Really, crypto right now, stocks, everything is completely messed up. But, and there is a big but, there is one chart that I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to, and I'm going to share that chart with you, which I've actually shared with my community last week. And it is the death zone, or what I call the max pain level for alt season. What's happening, guys? DXB Crypto, always back here, always grinding. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're doing well. And smash a like, follow the channel. Now, I have to say, I am really proud of supporting my community. I have gone through just under 20 portfolio reviews, and I'm going to keep grinding to get through these. And for those of you who don't know, I've been doing a whole Ramadan special where I get people's portfolios in the Discord or the membership, and I get through them. It takes a lot of time and effort, guys. So smash a like if you've got your portfolio review. Definitely give me a like on this video, because I think some of you, the situation is not as worse as I initially feared, because so far some of the people that I've looked at their portfolios, they do have what I consider to be a safety net or a large cap in there amongst all these capitulations. So it's not all 100% absolute garbage, which is fantastic. Now, of course, our community also have a lot of low cap gems, which, you know, we'll talk about that. But anyway, smash a like if you've done your portfolio review with me, because it's taking significant effort from my side. Guys, we need to talk, man. I'm sick and tired of this market. I'm aging. I'm stressed. It's not helping me. It's not helping anyone. It is an absolute shit show. Now, of course, we've just good thing is we created a CME gap over the weekend with that massive artificial move for Bitcoin. We have actually come back to fill that. So that is a positive. But if you look at this, the tariffs are now live. 25% tariffs on all goods from Mexico, Canada, and of course, there's a retaliation from these countries, and these countries have also retaliated. Now, I did tweet something about this yesterday. Retaliation is the problem. Okay, I mean, the US can actually throw these tariffs, and of course, in some cases in Mexico, there are 2 or 3 cases where these are working now, and companies and countries are accepting to do things a little bit differently. But historically, tariffs lead to protectionist policies, and these policies tend to hurt the domestic market over long term. In the short term, definitely a massive win for Trump and his domestic audience. But overall, like I gave you the example of Bush and the steel tariffs, Europe came back and targeted oranges in Florida, Harley-Davidson, and US steel manufacturing. It did not work out in the end, and after 2 years or whatever it was, the US economy suffered, and then Bush had to pull back. So wait for this space. It's just unfortunate right now. What's happening is, you know, if you see the yellow, the US stocks, the Japanese stocks, and of course you've got Bitcoin here, and then you've got the Chinese stocks here. Now, in terms of decline, you could see, you know, of course, US stocks are holding up slightly better, but they're no different. You know, Bitcoin's still an early asset, still a young asset, and of course it is outperforming, you know, things like Chinese stocks. And over here is definitely slightly behind the US and Japanese stock, but neck and neck with the overall, you know, it did outperform that a while in 2026. So look, at the end of the day, Bitcoin is a young asset, but you can start to see over the long term, and China is about to go possibly parabolic, because I know the Chinese have been printing, and their economy is in a really bad shape. So look, guys, I mean, amongst all these tariffs, amongst all this absolute annihilation of $1.8 trillion in the last kind of 24 hours from the stock market, the S&P 500, and the total crypto market cap, total crypto, and it is insane, right? Absolutely insane. And that is 1.8 trillion going from the market cap of these assets within a space of 5 hours. In other words, between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., the S&P 500 and crypto have lost 360 billion per hour, more than the entire market cap of the Bank of America. So we are starting to see a real scary situations. And in this situation, guys, Nothing is faring out better. If you look at the top 100 cryptocurrencies today, right? Holy crap! I mean, there you go. You've got unbelievable capitulation here, and it's always the case. I mean, look, average here is about 20%, 18 to 20% in terms of losses. And you got to look at certain cryptocurrencies. But this video is not. It's not about buy this or buy that, right? There is, if you want to have the opportunity, there are good long-term, if you believe in crypto, that is. But right now, it's very hard to sit here and to be convinced. But yes, we will be back. But whilst the bananas are actually going absolutely dead, there is also this that was posted by Trump. Tomorrow night will be big. I will tell it like it is. So this is the, unfortunately, this is what the news holds right now. And this is, of course, the US leaving NATO potentially. An organization it helped found, and, NATO have existed for, to combat the Warsaw Pact. So this is now a massive geopolitical shift from the norm, guys. So things are not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. There's a post from Miles here. BTC being bought by institutions is his point. Of course, retail with the blue line, that has been largely on the decline. Now, is this the end of crypto? Is this the end of crypto? Where do we go from here, guys? Well, let me tell you something. Whenever these things happen, right, over the course of as long as it's been happening to us right now, after we saw these crazy price actions, starting with the Trump inauguration or Trump's election win. And then, of course, we had these pump and dumps, these meme coins. But there's something far more fundamental going on here, guys. And it's about positioning yourself. Now, we talked about a chart that is very, very important to cryptocurrency. And what chart is that? That chart is the US dominance chart, which is absolutely found support here, right? And what we're about to see is from these levels, we are coming to this level as the danger zone. And that's going to be very, very tough for altcoins. I'm going to give it to you how it is, not how you want to hear it, before ultimately we come back and obviously begin at least a sustained alt season. Now, historically, if you look at these levels here, we've had a massive alt run, which was relatively not as big as we wanted, but we saw this capitulation here of USDT back to this trend line, and we saw that a few times. All right, this is last year, December's rally, driven by Bitcoin. Again, it wasn't an altcoin driven run. It was a Bitcoin driven run. But if you look at that, that's obviously happened to us there. It's happened to us on a minor occasion here, and it's also happened to us from here, right? You can see, and now obviously we're going to totally the opposite. So guys, this is probably going to be the level to watch, okay? And that's going to be a massive danger zone for altcoins. And you can see we're still making our way towards that. And this is on the weekly. It is oversold on the weekly. There could be some kind of a continued US dominance here. The RSI can stay above oversold for a long time. But just remember where we are in alts, okay? From this point, we could be, we could be doing something like this, coming back to the trend, and then ultimately going up here before coming back all the way down here. So that's one thing you have to just keep in mind. You have to just remember that's going to be the pattern for USDT, and it's more than likely what's going to occur. Now, if you saw this drop here, this is our best run so far this cycle. We had a very, very good drop of USDT dominance there from that top all the way down here. That's a massive drop, and we haven't had that. We've had this mini run over here, and this is the chart you need to watch, guys. If this honestly comes up to this danger zone, which I expect it will make its way over here, that's when your altcoins absolutely become generational buys. Having said that, keep an eye on this oversold territory for the USDT dominance, and consider the fact that it can remain above that level on the weekly, or it could come down quite sharp. So right now, looking at the overall macro trends, guys, even even stocks are absolutely in a critical situation. What I would say though is Bitcoin overall, for me, sitting here is no different to what happened previously. No different at all. We just don't have the catalyst. We've got the RSI oversold, but you can see here, we had that beautiful V shape here, okay? But then this drop is quite significant, and we have actually filled that fair value gap, which we needed to fill if we were gonna go start continuing to find support here. But again, I'm looking at this on the 4 hourly, but if you zoom out and you look at this over the longer time frame, what you notice is that over here we are bullish long term, guys. The RSI is completely oversold once again on a weekly chart, and perhaps this could be an interesting way for us to obviously close this gap, which we have. You know, maybe have one more sweep down at these lows around that 73, around that support level there, and then boom, get back to new heights. Okay, or alternatively, you know, we could be coming down for a bit. The thing is, nobody knows, and we could actually come to this level here, spend some time here, and then make our recovery slowly, getting back into where we need to get back into. But overall, the other option is that we've already filled this CME gap, and we start to, you know, get above here, and we start to go towards a better day. All I'm saying is this cycle right now is looking more and more tapped out to a level where we could potentially we could be looking at an early kind of $130,000 Bitcoin, which could be an interesting situation. I mean, could you imagine if we came down to, you know, if we had levels that we needed to go to, and Bitcoin did what it had to do. But overall, guys, I'm here for the long term. I keep repeating that. I keep repeating myself. I'm here for the long term. And let's go through some of your altcoins. So some of these altcoins right now are absolutely in a dire straits. Okay. I'd use a 2-day chart or a daily chart as minimum. I think a daily chart will probably be the best way to look at this. So this is AGI Delicium, and nothing to get excited here. It's going to break down further, and it's going to continue to slide until it finds that support. And other kind of cryptocurrencies that we look at. Let's have a look at some of the other projects, guys. We are looking at, see, Ondo. Got Ondo Finance over here at these absolutely crazy prices below $2. I think this is a good level to possibly watch Ondo. We break that, of course. There's a strong level of support over here. In my opinion, I think Ondo, you know, we could come down to these levels here, guys. So you could stagger your exchange buy orders. That's what you need to do. Put some limit orders at around 80 cents. It will definitely come down. The RSI, it looks like, is tapping out to the top side. So another interesting one here is SUI, or SUI, whatever you call it. And then if you remember, our entry was a crazy entry. Right now, SUI is at a generational a generational price, in my opinion. And if it dips below this level, so I would heavily buy SUI around where it is And also, if it comes down to this massive support around that $2 mark, set yourself some order limits, guys. Sui is on a huge discount. So is everything else. But remember, we bought into Sui in the VIP group at the origins of the move around here and around here. So we are still quite lucky. But a $2.40 right now, $24,000 will get you 10,000 Sui. I think that's a very good DCA price. Big up to Cubic 1182. Cubic is a very, very good project. I think the only problem here is right now we are at the lows. Okay, we're at these lows right now, and we need to claim this range back. But for now, the RSI is oversold on the daily, so consider more price pressure to the downside. Basedai, 76 cents. And it's going to continue to bleed some more. Kaspa. This Kaspa price action is incredible. I've had this drawn for many, many months. And I've always said that Kaspa will come back to this 7.5 cents when it was all the way up here, guys, which is absolutely weird. Just kind of looking back at my prediction and thinking I should have just offloaded over here, but I haven't, and I will continue to hold Kaspa. But if you look at the RSI, it's going to curve down again, break down. There is no strength in altcoins, and the performance has been absolutely dire for many months. But Kaspa is one of the ultimate cryptocurrencies, I think, at these lows. If you're getting into Kaspa now, 7,500 gets you 100,000 Kaspa. I think that's a very good trade, guys. It's a very good trade long term. By the way, I'm not asking anybody to buy altcoins right now. Things are cooked. We could be heading to a bear market. Nothing I say is financial advice, and always do further research. But I do like to give my own opinions on these things. So Tau is another interesting one. And yeah, if you look at Tau, start to DCA lower. You could see Tau right now below $200. Could we come back to the origin of this move? I don't think so. I think this is a strong support level here. We see what happens from here, guys. And we have an opportunity to stack some Tau if it dips below $200. But I think these wicks will be a good opportunity. I think the price comes back to these levels and dips below 250 for one last time, and then goes back up again. Guys, at the end of the day, there's plenty of good opportunities, but we are absolutely screwed shafted. And welcome to this mini bear market being a confirmation. We just need to have a better days ahead. You know, let this macroeconomic news get away from us, and hopefully we'll be in a better position. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know how you're constructing the portfolio. It is a longer format video, but if you watched it till the end, smash a like, guys, and let me know how you coping psychologically in what's happening at the moment. God bless, guys. Take care.